Your number's up. Hey cuties, PeachY here. Welcome back to a new video. And in this video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the brand new Beetlejuice Waiting Room 2-pack featuring the Magician's Assistant and Miss Argentina. Now, there was a sleeve on the packaging, which is right here. Let me just quickly move it in front of me. So here is a closer look at said sleeve, and it's just got a really nice close-up of both girls here. Here's the one side of the sleeve with both girls in one shot looking gorgeous. The other side is just the movie logo, and on the back we have this picture of the entrance for the waiting room. But anyway, so the actual packaging here is unique. So usually with the Skullector releases, there's like a different packaging, so it's definitely different for this release. I'm not sure why. As you might know, this release happened a while ago, like last month. It's $100 US, and it's still available right now on Mattel Creations. You can even use promo codes now for like 10% off or 15% off, which is definitely good, definitely a deal. But I got this 2-pack right at the member drop, so that's, yeah. So I could not wait. I was scared it would sell out, to be honest, but they did not sell out. And these are the two characters. They're from the first movie, and they're not, they're like background characters, basically. They don't have a huge impact in a movie, I think, but I've never seen a movie, to be fair. I have to see the Beetlejuice movies, but I just visually, they captured me, and I just had to get them. I thought they looked so fun and colorful and aesthetics. They even have a couch. You know, apparently they have stands included, so let's see what it's all about. The packaging, you know, as you can see, it has a window on the front, the logos. On one side, we do have a close-up of the assistant. The other side, we have a close-up of the Miss Argentina. And here on the back, we have a little bit of a description here about what you should do in the afterlife waiting room, which is really fun. So, but anyway, I do think these look really stunning in person, very vibrant, very colorful. I personally like them, but there's definitely been a mixed reception here for this 2-pack. But what do you think of these girls? Have you seen the first movie of Beetlejuice? Do you have a favorite out of these two, and have you gotten yours yet? Or perhaps you're not sure if you want to get this 2-pack. Let me know what your first impressions are down below, and without further ado, let's get this 2-pack unboxed. So stay tuned, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to. Of course, no pressure to support a channel that way, and so you do not miss out when I post more content coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the dollty you love. But for now, let's get into it. Now, out of the box, you do have a certificate of authenticity here, but there is no signature, so I can only guess that Rebecca Shipman was involved, but I'm not sure for certain. And we do have one complete black stand for Miss Argentina, and of course, the assistant does not have a stand because her stand is the couch. So yeah, firstly we got the Magician's Assistant here, and as you can see, of course, the whole part of her gimmick is that she's got a couch that she can sit on, and then you know, you can display her legs next to her, which is really fun. The couch is a bit low. I do think it could have been a bit higher, but it's a nice piece to have for sure, especially for display, and it's definitely kind of part of her character and the way you should display her, because she doesn't have a stand. Yeah, I thought she would have a stand, like an extra stand, so you can assemble her, but no. Her stand is the couch. The couch, you can see here, has a waist clasp right there on one side. There is no clip here on the other side to keep the, you know, legs in place, so I wish that was kind of like something that they could have done, because these are gonna definitely slide off very easily. But the couch is very nice. It has some skullets here as buttons in the cushions, and then yeah, it's very nicely detailed, but it is hollow. the couch is hollow, so yeah, they really spent no budget on this piece, and I guess that's good, because that means that they probably spent more budget on the actual doll. The couch aside, here is the actual doll. So obviously in 2 pieces. The gimmick is you can assemble her or dismantle her, because she was cut in half in a movie. So I have one hand right now, so I'm gonna try my best to like show you the feature. So let me try and assemble her. So basically she's got the spine here sticking out, and on the bottom you do have this kind of hole surrounded by red goo, which, you know, it's supposed to represent how it looks like, because again, she was cut in half. And I do like how it's kind of jagged here to represent the saw blades. So, okay, so basically you should just be able to slide her in. Okay, she's back together in one piece, and you can see here there is a bit of a seam right there, kind of showing you where she comes apart, but it's overall not very noticeable. So if I didn't tell you she comes apart, you probably wouldn't know, which is really fun. So she looks like a completely normal doll here once you put her together. But I do think the tights, like the fishnets, are a bit loose, a bit baggy here in sections, because she was displayed sitting in the packaging. She's super gorgeous in her face. Look at this. I just love the makeup. We've got some yellow, some pink, a little beauty mark, some blushing. I mean, this is a new sculpt, I think, for her, and it looks amazing. The lipstick is like magenta, but it has this like little layer of gold over it that's kind of shimmery and glittery. I'm just loving this like lipstick. The earrings are gold, very nice and simple, but it's something. Her bangs are super gelled. So is her bun, yeah, but it's nice and tidy, so it's ideal. And she does have an accessory. She's the only one to have a bag out of the two. It is this book as a purse of the dearly handbook for the recently deceased. So there you go. It's from the movie, and you can open it up so you can actually hold her, make her hold it in her hand, so she can be like reading it, which is really fun, like this, you know. So that's really fun. It's a purse slash book. Yeah, lovely. Then we do have the outfit, which is this top here, which is very like shimmery. It has a little layer underneath, so underneath the frill right there. We also have this like neck piece. It's kind of like it has like a fringe texture right there, but I think it's just like fishnet in pink that's kind of like cut off. So yeah, I don't know what this is, but it's lovely. I think it's so fun. Definitely adds to the magical element of her. It's very sparkly. And then we do have the little bracelet here in gold, matching her earrings. She does have her nails painted in a similar shade of magenta like her lipstick. She does have, I want to mention, her skin tone is blue, but it has this like sparkles embedded into the plastic, which I love. It's going to be hard to see in the video, but trust me, like in person, it's so clear that she does have a little bit of sparkles embedded in the skin tone, which I think is such a fun detail. Now the shorts are separate, of course, here, Velcro, and they have the same kind of trim here at the bottom like the top, so that's very nice. And then we do have fishnets underneath these shorts, which are separate, so that's lovely. Like I said, they are a bit baggy when you have her not sitting down, but they do look nice still. And then her heels are the object heels of a top hat and a little saw right there. So yeah, is this like one of the best object heels I've seen? No. This is definitely still kind of bad, especially the top hat in black is pretty obvious, but the saw is kind of okay, at least, you know, doesn't look as obvious, right? But I don't like the way that it kind of goes inwards. Like that does not feel like a solid heel to me. Like it should be the other way around. Like how is she walking like this? I don't know. But yeah, I do like how the shoes are kind of see-through. That was basically the assistant. Again, I think she is lovely. I love the face, love the colors. She's really simple, but the special thing about her really is the gimmick, which, let me see if I can, yeah, okay. So I can dismantle her with one hand. And you can see here, once again, a better look at what that looks like. So right there, and here is the top. So yeah, it's the spine. and it's kind of, yeah. And then of course we've got Miss Argentina, and you know, I think a lot of people don't like her as much, but I do think she's so fun. Like, I love the neon orange against the purple and the green of her skin tone. Like, I like it. I think it's a really fun combination. And I think she's really pretty. She definitely feels like she's got more of a complete outfit than the assistant. But honestly, I don't know why, because she has one dress on. It's all one piece. The cape is separate. The sash is separate. And then the tights are separate again. So it's not too many layers over the assistant, but I guess more where you feel like you're getting more of an outfit with her. Look at this face, y'all. I think she is so precious. I love how they kind of added the blushing here around the cheekbones. That's kind of like purple to make it look even more like the cheekbones are sunken in and she's, you know, decayed. That's really fun. I feel like it just adds to her etherealness. The makeup is like pink eyeshadow, and we've got little sparkles in her eyes as well. The lipstick is like neon orange, matching the other orange accents in her outfit. She's got these sparkle earrings right there, and like you can see, the skin tone for her once again also has these sparkles, like shine or whatever, embedded into the plastic. So yeah, the skin tone definitely is like a very shiny pearlescent green, which is lovely. Something I don't love about her is her bangs are super gelled, and out of the box, you know, after managing her and taking her out, obviously I was touching the bangs unknowingly, setting off a lot of like the gel that came off in white like specks. It was very dusty looking, her bangs, but I guess it's better now. I don't know, but I kind of hate how much gel they really put in her bangs. It really looks bad. But yeah, they're nice still, and we do have the bun here, which, yeah, the hair does feel subpar. It's not the best quality, I felt. Is it poly? I think maybe yes. It's not the best for sure. So that's definitely a bit disappointing. You know, I wish it was better quality, but I'm not gonna mess around with it anyway. So for me, I don't really care too much. The neck piece is really fun. It's just one piece molded into these shapes that kind of look like flowers or petals. You know, we have some sparkles as well. I think it just came out so nice, and it really frames her face nicely. So this kind of goes underneath her cape to keep it in position. And speaking of the cape, it came out so nice. We've got a mixture of different designs, like a skelet here, and different instruments, and like a snake. So yeah, you can definitely tell there's a lot of references here on the cape, and it's super sparkly and it feels really nice. It's one layer and it does detach, so it is a separate piece, which is really cool. I was kind of scared that the cape would be part of the dress, but no, thankfully it is separate. Now her dress is this kind of like paisley pattern here with these like ghost icons as well. I don't know, but this is really fun to me. I like it. And then we also have this sash, Miss Argentina, obviously in white, that is also separate. Now, unfortunately, the orange pleather piece here is not separate. That is sewn on to the dress. But, you know, I don't mind it actually. I feel like it does add a little bit of orange to kind of tie in with her hair and then tie in with her shoes. So yes, she does have some fishnets, same as with the assistant, but then we have her shoes, which are definitely worse in terms of object heels. They just stick out so much. So we've got a head here on one, and then we have a shark on the other object heel. So yeah, I don't love the objects, but at least from the front, you can't really see them, so that's fine. The actual shaping of the shoe itself is nice. We have the same orange, we have the same kind of like flame petal details here at the back to tie in with the neck piece. So yeah, overall the shoes came out really nice. I just it's the heels, you know, they look really out of place, but you know, I'm just gonna have to not look at them. And I forgot to mention, but she does have some painted nails as well, which look really lovely. Overall, she does not have any other jewelry except for the earrings, no purse or anything. So she doesn't have as many accessories, I feel like, as with the assistant, where she came with a purse. earrings and a bracelet. So yeah, but still, this is a really fun doll. I like her. I like the color theme. And I think she looks really cute. And that does it for my unboxing review on the new Beetlejuice Waiting Room 2-pack featuring the Magician's Assistant and Miss Argentina. I think they're such a fun duo. Again, I haven't seen the movie. I have no personal attachment to these characters, but visually speaking, I just love how they came out. They're super colorful, vibrant. You know, the couch is hollow, but at least it looks nice from the front. The gimmick is really well done with the assistant. I mean, it's just really cool. And then Argentina here, you know, she's like really fun. Like her outfit, the patterns, the colors. Yeah, the bangs and the gel coming off is really annoying. The poly hair, obviously, it's not the best quality, but like, it's in a bun. I'm not gonna touch it anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, I think they're such a fun 2-pack, and while this is the third Beetlejuice set that we've received, you know, will it be the last? I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm not really sure, but I do think it is perhaps time that we move on from Beetlejuice and they start doing more collaborations with different IPs and other brands and movies and franchises, because perhaps it is time. But what do you think of this 2-pack? The pricing, the quality, the characters, which one is your favorite? For me, it's really tough. I can't pick. I think they're both really fun. Obviously, she has the whole gimmick and she feels more complete. She has more like layers. I don't know. I think I feel like they just look so good as a duo, you know? They're such a fun little duo. So I'm happy to have them, and honestly, I'm excited to see what comes next this year for Skullector. I mean, we know we're getting Coraline, and that's gonna be a really divisive release. So I'm kind of intrigued. What next? What's next for Skullector in 2026? But again, I want to know what you think now. Let me know down below, and I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, no pressure to support our channel that way, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the dollty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time stay peachy. Kisses.